Okay, let's do my easy everyday makeup look while I tell you how I feel so far about Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. I'll tell you this much, 12 chapters in and I'm nervous. I went to this pretty blind. I just had no idea that this was going to be like a make her fall in love with me so that I can ruin her life type situation. I'll tell you what, I really don't like those. I don't like when male leads make a girl fall for them as a bet or as like part of some master plan or like as revenge on someone else, because I just feel like playing with someone's heartstrings is fucked up. And I think the hard part for me so far is that I think Atlas is kind of annoying. And it annoys me that like he thinks he's the good guy and that like he's doing the right thing to save his family's farm. He is willing to like emotionally terrorize this girl. Like his whole plan seems silly and goofy and everyone kind of like brushes him off. But even though this is a rom-com, plans like that are evil. If you have intentions like that with someone, I feel like that part of your heart is evil. And then I'm like, maybe Uncle Dwight was onto something, okay? Atlas seems to not remember why Uncle Dwight has beef with him. And Uncle Dwight is like, yeah, of course you wouldn't remember. But you know what? It was bad enough to where I want to ruin your family's business. Now, I'm not saying Uncle Dwight is like chill, but I feel like I just can't take Atlas seriously. His plan is awful and it's disguised behind being funny because he's kind of a ridiculous person. But if you really think about it, I know that he's going to end up like falling for her and he's going to like regret making that choice. I don't know. Like if I found out that someone dated me as like a revenge plot or a distraction plot or is like sabotage to some like any ulterior motives, and I don't care how much I have fallen for you or how much you're coming to me to like apologize with regret, you are capable of coming up and like taking steps to execute that plan without thinking twice that like maybe you shouldn't before you even started. So that tells me a lot about your character, who you are as a person, and I think that his humor is stupid. Okay, Megan Quinn, I love when she writes like a goofy sort of supporting character at first that gets their own role. Like, who was that character from The Agitators? All I can think of is Taters because he was my favorite. But no, it was Posey. I think it was Posey. He got his own book and I loved him. Like he was goofy, he was silly. His humor maybe wasn't like my personal brand, but I still like could appreciate this. Like even their meet cute, what was supposed to be like fun, humorous banter, I was sort of just like, okay. You know what it's giving? It's giving improv kid. Which is fine. Like, I grew up around theater. My sister was in improv, but I feel like time and place, you need to know when to like turn it off. And Atlas doesn't know when to turn it off. He's just like always the living in a constant state of yes and. Which is totally fine for his character. Not every book boyfriend has to be designed specifically for me because I know other people have different tastes than I do. But I just want to make it clear. This man, not for me. And that's all I'll say about that for now. I'm going to finish off this look while listening.
The one where you're trying to steal ideas from my farm and use them as your own.
I'm not stealing ideas. I'm making sure not to make the same mistakes.
What mistakes?
He shouts and raises his hands in the air.
Please, tell me what mistakes we're making, because as far as I see it, we've been in business for an exceedingly long time.
Well, since you asked, I say holding out my hand and taking my fingers off as I list the mistakes I've seen. First and foremost, not having a paved parking lot. Dirt and snow create mud. Mud gets everywhere, even on the tree when you're dragging it out to your car. Also, not having fully paved sidewalks. There are some, but not a lot, and if you want people to be able to access everything, you should really pave all avenues. Not to mention your suppliers are robbing you blind with extra charges, which is why you have to upcharge the fake trees.
Yeah, you tell him, girl. Those are all fantastic points. He's like, yeah, you're just trying to steal my ideas. She's like, bitch, no. I'm trying not to make the same mistakes. And those are all fantastic points. They're going to make really great business partners, okay? I know that that's how it's going to end up. I need to reset and I need to look at this character with new eyes. Give him a more fair shot in my head.
There are other more earth-friendly suppliers that will provide more profit margin. Also, you serve one treat, gingerbread. That screams a lack of knowledge of the Christmas treat industry. Sure, your vendors have some baked goods, but as the owner and proprietor, you should treat it as a Disneyland situation, providing customers with several options and make them seasonal. I cross my arms over my chest, proud of myself. That's just to name a few things I've noticed so far. He stares at me, blinking, unsure of what to say because he knows I'm right. I've looked at what Evergreen Farms offers, and although it's a cute farm, there's so much more potential. Not having competition has made them complacent and, dare I say, lazy.
I recently purchased this ultra glossy lip stain from e.l.f. in the shade Rosé Risen, and when I tell you, I'm obsessed. I've been wearing it almost every day since I purchased it. All right, she's ready. This is the makeup look I do when I don't have a lot of time and I have to be in the salon today. It's currently 7:45. I'm going to go make a coffee and then get a little work done before my mother-in-law gets here to watch my kids while I go to work. This is going to be a fun day too in the salon because my sister's coming and I'm going to give her like a cute little shag. I never see my espresso machine from this angle, and I just had to give it a little wipe down because I set the camera and said, ew, it was like just splattered. It's probably steamed milk from this little nozzle. No. So today's coffee dilemma, I really liked that peppermint mocha in a can from the other day, but I'm not really feeling like chocolate today. So we're gonna do a little mixy mix. I'm gonna do some vanilla sugar-free syrup and a little peppermint oil. Make a little peppermint latte because I don't have peppermint syrup. Like 5 pumps of that. I'm actually gonna add a splash of real vanilla extract too because I want that vanilla mint flavor. 1, 2, 3 drops, okay, because it's really strong and I don't want it to be too crazy. That smells so good though. Milk, espresso. Look at that. I'm gonna taste test before I add salt because I feel like today's flavor might not actually meet it, and that's rare. I usually salt my coffee every single time. Yeah. Wait. It's good. I'm gonna add 1 more pump of this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no salt. I think that'll make it funky. I love you.
I love you so much.
Want some popcorn?
Yeah. You're so adorable, you know that? I just love you to bits. To pieces.
All you have to do is call my name and I'll be there on the next train. I love this scene. He's so perfect. Not him like casually pointing out everything she has not thought about. He is my favorite character in this whole show besides Logan Huntsberger. It goes Logan Huntsberger, Luke Danes, and then Jess. I don't even remember. What was Jess's last name? I feel like it was something Italian. Correct? No.
Thankfully, though, Story pokes her head up and over the side and then climbs in. Is this our secret hideout? I ask as she takes a seat in the back with me, pulls out 2 small bags of crunch taters.
I know. It's why I think it's so funny that you're trying to woo her. It's like wooing yourself.
To woo myself would be easy. I stick a gingerbread house in front of me and tell me to go wild. Done and done.
I think it would take more than that, but we won't get into it.
I happened to show her a topless picture of myself in my short shorts right off the bat, which made things weird. And we didn't talk much. I couldn't think of things to say. And when
Okay, so change of scenery. We are going to try to go get some reading done at a coffee shop close to my house. I have been finding it very challenging to stay up late reading. I've been getting up super early and I'm so tired by the time I put my kids to sleep. And that's normally like my prime reading time. So I can listen to audiobooks during the day, but actually like reading on my Kindle or in a physical book, my body wants to shut down. And the house is like a little too distracting. Mr. Rose actually kicked me out. I still had my tennis shoes on from when I went to work earlier today. I was doing some work at my desk and my bed was looking so good. I said, I could try to cuddle up and read there. And I told my husband, I said, I know I said I would go to the coffee shop, but if I take my shoes off now, I'm not going to go later. Like I'm in the house for the rest of the night. And so, he kicked me out and said, just go for an hour And if you want to come home, come home. Maybe you'll find yourself being super productive and you'll get on a roll and you'll want to stay later. So this coffee shop is open until 8 p.m. Let's see how many pages I can get read while we're here. She is me. I am her. She is me. We are us. So my phone ran out of storage 20 minutes into me being there. I ended up reading a little over 40 more pages before I just decided to come home and just do a total content dump on my hard drive so that I could have plenty of space for the rest of the month and all of the vlogging that I'm going to be doing on my phone.
I'm so tired.
I'll tell you what though, I am loving Winter Wish List. I knew I would. Elliot Rose, she can't miss. I know I said that about Megan Quinn, and
I hate to say it.
I think Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animals may be a miss for me. I'm gonna finish it and I'm gonna see kind of how things redeem themselves in the end. I still have like 42% left in the audiobook, but so far, Winter Wish List, it's hitting. It's hitting. I love all like the bookish girl references. It just makes you feel like that much more connected to the story, and like fucking hasn't even happened yet. Are you all right, ma'am? Yeah. Now that you're here.
To text a story. Max. She sat on my face, and I made her come. It takes about 2 seconds for Story to respond, which is another reason I probably should have texted her first.
Story. OMG! She sat on your face? That's so exciting! Was it the best thing ever?
Max, I want my face to be her seat for the rest of time.
You know, Cole has said something along those lines to me. Looks like you two have a lot more in common than I thought. Man, I didn't think you'd be a face-seater.
Is that the proper term?
I'm making it. Seriously, I guess I never thought about how you would perform in bed. Let me ask you this. Did you perform well?
Can I be detailed?
Please.
Clearly, I'm best friends with the wrong person. Clear's throat. I made her come twice last night. First time she dry humped the fuck out of my cock, and then I came all over her tits.
Ew, a dry hump come to tit shot. That's amazing. Did she like it?
A lot. Even asked if that was me claiming her, and I said yes.
OMG, this is the sweetest thing.
Okay, we finished her. I have lots of thoughts, feelings. Let's talk about it. As you guys know from my honesty at the beginning of this video, Atlas, or Max, was not my favorite hero throughout the story, and that didn't really change. I was still really upset by his plans at the beginning, and I still feel like he's just not a hero I can get behind. But the way that she found out about his plan in the end and the way that things got resolved made me feel good. I really liked how this book got wrapped up. I felt like it made the most sense for this story, for these characters. Max was super apologetic and definitely willing to own the things that he did wrong, which I really appreciated and I feel like is necessary when a character goes into a story with the worst intentions. Other things I really enjoyed about this book, the comedic situations are just so peak. They're ridiculous, yes, but it's like a Christmas rom-com. What do you expect? The narrators for this also really pulled through for me. Samantha Brentmore and Teddy Hamilton, I think, know how to execute comedy really well, and that's what kept me going through a lot of this story. So I would definitely, if you are planning on picking up Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animals, I would encourage you to do it through the audio because it's just, in my opinion, a better way to experience it. Jane East as the narrator coming in and having these little like arguments with Max's character, sort of like breaking that fourth wall, were really funny. Megan also just announced today her third book in the Kringletown series. I think it's called Christmas Staycation. So we'll have another holiday romance from Megan to look forward to next year. All in all, I would give this a solid 5 out of 10 because I'll be honest, I've thought about DNFing quite a few times. I'm glad that I didn't at the end of the day. I think it really just came down to this particular couple wasn't to my taste. Also, while the spicy scenes were objectively well written and like sexy, you cannot get me to believe that Atlas Maxheimer, Max, goofball, yes, and Max is a dom in the sack. You can't make me believe it, Megan. But the story still held its own as far as like humor, holiday festivities. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit that little notification bell so we can stay connected and you don't miss out on any of my Vlogmas updates. This is day 3 of 12 leading up to Christmas. Now, if you're new here, welcome. Feel free to go back and watch episodes 1 and 2. They all sort of blend into each other because I'm starting books in some vlogs, ending them in others. If you're hopping in here for the first time at day 3, amazing. Love it. Happy to have you. But you can also maybe go watch episode 1 and 2 for a little bit fuller context. So happy reading and Merry Bookmas!